ever had a few words to say, but there's the first time. There's been a lot of firsts for us these last couple of years. So as Randy mentioned, it was really a tough call to go virtual again, but really as the year was unfolding, for safety and sanity's sake, staying virtual just it made the most sense for the most people. And I figured since I set the bar so low last year that the team was really going to be hard pressed not to make improvements. So we were in a good spot. But honestly, Randy, to you and the rest of your team, thank you for all the hard work you put into this conference. Virtual conferences, they have their own unique challenges. Particularly, I'd say trying to foster networking opportunities and opportunities for personal connections. And this year, you blew it out of the water. Your team's just come up with some really creative and fun ways, I think, to remedy that. And so I encourage participants to take advantage of those opportunities. To the board members, trainers, vendors, all of you that helped it behind the scenes, thank you for your contributions as well. And most importantly, thank you to all the conference attendees. We're glad you could make it, and we hope you get the value that you're looking for. So have a great conference.
Thanks, Eric. As we head into the next 2 days, I like Eric said, I want to acknowledge it's a difficult time. We're still dealing with the repercussions of the pandemic, including this conference. And I want to challenge all of you as we're heading into the next 2 days to look at these challenges as opportunities. We don't have the same networking opportunities as we had when we were in person, but we put together a conference and the team really spent time trying to find some opportunities on ways we could network virtually, and even came up with some ideas to do some stuff in person. So first, I'll go through some of the virtual opportunities you have at this conference, and then I'll touch base on some of the in-person stuff we're encouraging you. The Whova software we're using, it has a lot of tools to network with each other. The community tab here in Whova allows you to have discussions with others. Some of you have already begun using this, and it's really cool to see. We've added some items to get you started, but start your own topics, engage with each other in the community tab. There will be a prize, as you can probably see or have seen within Whova. There's a leaderboard, and whoever at the end of the conference, so at the end of tomorrow, whoever hits number 1 will get a book called Mapping by Design. It's fresh out book from Sarah Bell, who is our keynote today. So get involved. There's a prize for getting involved because, why not encourage you with something at the end of it other than just pride. And one topic in that community area that I want you to be particularly aware of, because, to be honest, it was my idea, so that's why, is the Northwest GIS swag. And it is what I wanted it to be. Was just, we've had this conference for 35 years. Folks have got swag from years gone by. I know I have a pint glass that I still use often from a conference several years back in Bremerton. I'd like to see your swag. I just think it'd really be fun and kind of a trip down nostalgia lane. Eric started us out. In there is a blue vest that I have honestly never seen in the time I've been involved with it. That is out there, and it's really, really cool. The next thing that we're trying this year is something called speed networking, and it's much like speed dating in the same name, in the same vein. Groups will be seated. As seated as you can be virtually, in groups of 3, and you have 5 minutes to chat with each other, and then it will knock you to the next group, and you just go like that, quickly meet, hopefully meet some new people. Hopefully it'll replicate some of those hallway conversations that we're missing in person. And also, because I like to encourage things with gifts and prizes, is there's another copy of Mapping by Design by Sarah Bell that will be available as a door prize for attending that. And you can attend that at 3:30 today. It'll be in there. We're really excited about this opportunity. We're also going to just have a fun time this morning. At 11:30, I have Geo Trivia, which is some trivia I have put together. Geo is probably a really loose term for the trivia I put together, but it's all Northwest-based trivia. And again, we'll have a Mapping by Design by Sarah Bell as a book as the prize for the winner of that trivia. I just thought it'd be fun to do something maybe not as serious as our other discussions. We just kind of have some fun together. And then finally, on the virtual side, we have our map and app contest. You'll find it under the agenda menu item within Whova. It's called Maps and Apps. And it's where your colleagues have submitted their work. Go in there and vote. They will get a prize of it, an actual trophy, and it's an opportunity to see what your colleagues are doing. And while we can't have the conference in person this year, the board we really kind of racked our brains and trying to find a creative way to get together. And we decided that local regional meetups would be a good idea. And you can see those in the Whova app. There's a community meetup area as well. But we really wanted people to have small group meetings where they're comfortable. If you're comfortable doing that, go out, have a local meetup. A lot of them are at brew pubs or pubs. I know we're having one in Yakima tonight. So if you're interested, get involved and go hang out with other people. As we start this conference, I want to take a moment and thank our sponsors and encourage you to also visit their virtual booths in the Whova app. I will say that you do get points on that leaderboard for visiting those, but they've helped make this conference possible, and we really do appreciate their help. And finally, I want to take a special moment to thank the Northwest GIS Board of Directors and the 2021 Conference Committee. We've put in a lot of hours, and I could not have done this alone by any stretch of the imagination. And in particular, I'd like to thank Sam Nakata, who's helped me organize all the presentations and the agendas, and Tom Selstead for connecting with our vendors. And finally, Eric Wing, who I have asked him a million questions, and he's probably annoyed with me at this point in the conference, but he has really helped me get this together and answered some of the crazy logistical questions, and I'm really grateful for all the help. This year's theme is Rebuilding Together. This theme was chosen as we're all navigating this time of getting our world back to normal, getting our area back to normal. Our work looks different than it ever has. And we really wanted to say, let's get together. Let's see how, as geographers, we have this unique role to play in this rebuilding. We have an opportunity to help guide and form policies with science and data. My hope is that as we spend the next 2 days together, we're all inspired to create, and you're inspired by the people around you. For years I've come to this conference, and I'm always inspired. I walk away kind of rejuvenated, ready, and hopefully, my hope is that you walk away from it this year that way too. With all that being said, I don't want to talk your ear off. I hope you spend time exploring on the app, exploring our love of GIS together. And so I want to encourage you to come back at 9 o'clock for our keynote with Sarah Bell. We will see you there. Thanks, everybody.